Hey y'all, this is Deanna. Welcome to my channel. Y'all, I'm back because I want to make some kind of little journal out of this card base for my swap partner. So anyway, as y'all know, I have tons of these scallop edge card bases. You can use any card base. It doesn't have to be a scallop edge if you don't have that, or if you want to make a scallop one, and you have a scallop punch, just punch all the way around. And you got yourself some card base with scallop. But what I want to do is, I thought I would make like a little journal or something with, and use this like as a cover. So I'm not gonna make a gusset right here. And I actually had started making it, just kind of playing around how I wanted to do it. And I thought, okay, I've got like I don't know, about 3/8 of an inch of a gusset right there for me to make, so I can add more in there. But I didn't like the way it was coming out, so I decided I was just going to go with just leaving my card base the way it is. I'm just not going to overload my papers. So this card base is a 5x7, so whatever card bases you have, you'll have to alter to fit your papers. And so anyway, let's just get started. So I am going to use the doodlebug. Let me get the front. I got this in my haul yesterday, and I'm using this one night before Christmas. I love this paper. It's so cute. And, you know, I didn't get it to keep it. I got it to use it. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm trying to move things out of my way. So what I'm going to do is I just want to add some regular typing paper or like printer paper as some pages that can just be journaled on. And then I'm going to add in some pages that are decorative paper from that collection. So what I've done, I've kind of played around with this. I've gone ahead. What I did is I measured my card base, and so mine is a 5x7, and so what I did is I took some of my paper, kind of measured it up, because I don't want my pages to stick out where they're being seen around my beautiful scallop, because I don't think that'll look too pretty. So I wanted to make sure it was going to go right up inside. So my paper is actually measuring 6.5 by 9, and I'm scoring at 4.5 inches. So, let me decide what I want on my front. Maybe I should do the Santas. I like them both. Okay, I think I'll flip this around. I'm going to do my Santas. So choose what kind of decorative paper you want. And you're going to make sure it's going to fit up in there, okay? So, and then I'm just going to take some just white paper, and I've taken like about 10 sheets of white paper, and I've just cut them down to 6.5 by 9, and then scored them down in half. And then I'm just going to kind of randomly add them in my little book here. And then I have another piece of my papers. And then I'm going to add a few more pieces of my white, just so it could be like journaled on. And then I'm going to add in, I've got another piece of the decorative paper. Put that in. Then I'm going to add some more white. So I think I have about 10 pieces of the white papers. And then I have 3 of the decorative. I'm also going to add in 1 page, and we're going to make it a pocket folder. Now, whenever you have this many papers all in there together, they seem to go out just like this. So get them in the order you want, and then all you're going to do is trim that off to make them even. But I want to make I don't want to have to cut down my pocket folder. So I'm just going to go ahead and just make my folder, and then I'll know where I need to trim these pages down to. So anyway, so what I did is, this one is actually a 9 by 9. I scored it at 4.5, and then I scored it again. I think it's 6.5. Just right at the bottom. Yes, 6.5. So fold it back in on your 4.5 inch side. And then you're going to take your paper trimmer, and from this score mark that's right here, you're going to line that score mark up with the edge on here on your cutter, on your trimmer. And then I'm just going to determine how big I want my pocket to go in. So you're going to have to shave a little off. So I'm going over about 3/4 of an inch with this corner. So this is the scored mark right on the where it cuts. And then this is the 3/4 line. Just going to line that up and cut that off. This is just a basic, simple little pocket folder. So you got that. So now I got myself a pocket folder. The reason that you cut this off in the center is if you don't, it will kind of buckle out on you. At least it does for me. So I don't want it to buckle up. Or buckle out, actually. Okay, so I'm going to get some glue. You can use tape or glue. I'm just going to use my glue, my art glitter glue. And I'm going to just get this glued down. And let me find... I don't want to get glue all over my mat here, so just in case it seeps out. Okay, so, and then I'm going to do the side. Okay, once you got those down really well, now you got yourself a simple pocket folder. So we can choose to put the pocket folder right in the center, which I think would be good. And you just want to make sure that you're getting them up as close as you can up in here. And then you're going to have to fold them together, and you're going to have to take your trimmer and trim these off, these center ones off a little bit. That way then they're even. Either that or just take your scissors and cut that part that's sticking out. Okay, or you can cut your papers at different lengths and not have to trim it all. But you see how mine overhangs a little bit? I don't want that. So I'm thinking that the only one that's going to really need this is probably this little section in here. So I'm just going to take my pencil, make a mark so I'll know where to trim, and I'm just going to take this center section out, and I'm going to see if my trimmer will cut this. If not, I might need my big trimmer. Okay. We're going to see how much cut off, see if I need to do some more. So it's still okay. I'm going to mark it again because I need to get this inner pieces. So I'm going to take those out now that I got those marked. And I might need to do that one again. This is what happens on the craft with me, y'all. You just have to go with it. And this one didn't cut completely. And that's part of my pocket folder on that side. Okay, so now it should be down. I think I have a little bit right there. So just kind of trim it all down. I have a big trimmer. I just never pull it out. I just never pull it out. It's big and bulky and probably make my life a little easier at the moment. But I need just one more side here, and I think we might be good to go. Y'all, yesterday when my husband came home, we ate and literally sat on the couch all night. We were so tired from this work week. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see how that's looking. Looks pretty good. Okay. Now let me get these. And now our pages are all pretty even. Nothing's perfect, but pretty even, and it will fit up inside here. Just like this, and we'll end up with a book with our card base. Got a nice pocket folder in the center. Okay, so let's decorate this base part before we start putting all this together. So I'm going to put that to the side. My chair is so squeaky, y'all. I think it's about time for a new chair one of these days. And let's see what we can do about making this cute. Okay, so we know this is a 5 by 7, and I'm going to go through my stack here. And you might be wondering, why are you not using the cute Santa squad paper? I ordered some more, y'all, last night. It'll come next week. Just, it's so cute, but I want to make something and make sure I have enough. And so I don't want to start a project with it until I know that I have enough. So you can do, I think I might do like 2 different colors. So I like this one. This one's super, super cute. And so what you're going to have to do is measure. Now in my case with these, with this cute little scallops, I want to make sure that I'm not going to be covering up the scallops. So I'm going to measure my paper. Got 2 grandkids coming tonight, and I don't know, they might just be overnight, or it's up to them, I guess, if they want to stay longer. But my Emma and Kane will come over. I guess we should be glad, because eventually they won't want to come anymore. Okay, so got that. I'm going to just line it up. I'm not going to put it right over on the edge. I'm going to give it a an 1/8 of an inch or so. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Put it, see where I can see my scallops, and see where I know I'm going to need to cut it. And I'm going to trim that off. Okay, let's see if that's gonna fit. And I think that that will look really, really cute. Really cute. Okay, let me use this as a base, and I'll cut one for the back. So I'm gonna see what kind of scraps I got over here. To see, I can, on these right here, this is directional paper, so I'm gonna just use this side. And just kind of decorate it up. It's super cute when it's done. Okay, so there we go. Got myself 2 outer pieces. I can also decorate the inside pieces too, so I might as well go ahead and cut myself 2 of those. And that way then I can't use that. I do love this one a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll cut this one. And this is directional on the back, so I'm going to try not to ruin this directional print on the back. So I'm going to have to cut this with long ways. And I can use one on the back and one in the back and one in the front. Okay. So let me just tell you, these end up being like about 4 3/4. But you'll have to measure it up against your card base. But since I can't make mine the whole card base because of the scallop, and who would want to cut over scallop? And it's that cute. Okay, so I got myself 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need one more. So I'm going to cut one more here. Gotta see what I'm doing. I hope everybody's is going to have a great Saturday. It is early, probably, oh, it's 8:45. I've got to grocery shop today, and my husband forgot his wallet, so I got to drop that to him later on. I told him, well, it's not going to be right now. And he said, it's okay, just bring it to me. And I pick up some stuff for dinner and make sure I have breakfast items. We've eaten way too much cereal for breakfast this week. And we're ready for some real breakfast. So tomorrow, that day will come. I think I'm going to put the red and white on the front. I really do love the red and white. And maybe I'll do the Santa sleigh on the back, and then I'll put the other two in the inside. Okay, so let me get this in my chair. Y'all, it's so squeaky. So squeaky. Okay, I'm just going to use, and I hope that this gives it enough stability. I'm just going to use my glue, and I'm going to go along the edge. You want to make your edges go down. And then put some in the center. Okay, I'm going to put this one on the back. I don't want this one on the front. I want the red and white on the front. I like it. Okay, so I got to line it up here. Hope you're still with me. This is a simple little project that you don't need no Cricuts or dies to do. Okay, so there we go. There's the back. And put this one on the front, and then I could put an embellishment on the front. That's why I like that red and white. Going around the edge. Okay, so there we go. So now I've got my front cover and my back. How cute is that? I'm gonna use my bone folder. So I saw like Becky on Bunny Hollow Crafts. She uses that white bone folder. I want to know, what is it called? Because I want to get one of those. And it looks like it's kind of hard. It's not like this plastic thing, or maybe it is plastic. I don't know. But I don't know where to find that. And I would love to have that bone folder. Okay, so there's my front and back. Now let's go ahead and put the inside. So we'll do these like this. I might have to, because of where my pages are going to be, well, maybe I won't. You just want to, I might cut it down like a smidge, like 1/8 of an inch on each one, because I'm going to have to bind up the middle. So I'm just going to cut just about 1/8 of an inch. That's it. Cut it off. Let's do the other one. I think I cut a little more off that one, but I'm going to go with it. It's going to be okay. So it's going to go up in here, and then one in the back, or let me see if I want to put the red one in the front. They're both cute. I like them both. And this one's cute too. Oh my, what should I do? Leave me a comment. Should I go green or polka dots? Green or polka dots? Put your comment now so I can decide. I'll just go with polka dots. I hope that's what you chose. If not, it's all good. It's just preference. They were both cute. I love bright, vibrant paper, and then I love like the authentic Santa. I mean, like I said yesterday on my video yesterday, that Santa paper is my all-time absolute favorite paper. I love Christmas paper, and you can never have too much. I think the biggest part of my paper collections is Christmas paper. I have other things too, but and I love rainbow paper. So this is going to go here. So what kind of paper do you like? What is the biggest type of paper in your paper collection? Let me know. I'm interested to know. Okay. There we go. So now it gave it more stability as well. And then your pages are going to fit right up inside here. And it's not going to make it too bulky. Actually, what I should have did is put a ribbon enclosure. Wonder if I should peel my paper off and do that. Wonder if I could lift up. I glued it so well. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just put a tie around it. That's what I'll do. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to put these in my book. So you're going to have to try to lay out your pages right on your score line, right where the fold is. And you're going to have to try to keep them as straight as you can. And so I'm just going to use these Clover Wonder Clips, which are wonderful. Had them forever. Okay, and then I'm going to grab... I gotta move all my little cutting things. I'm gonna grab my crocodile here. And I'm gonna just kind of eyeball where I want my holes, because you're gonna need to punch holes. So I'm just gonna put them like maybe down 1.5 inches and up 1.5 inches. So you can do it any way you want, but I think I'm just going to go like 1.5 inches. Put my hole about 1.5 inches down. So I'm going to put a hole here. And then I'm going to do the same thing from the bottom. So 1.5 inches. That way they're kind of spaced out the same. And then once I get this hole, then I'll poke my other holes. So, if you don't have one of these gadgets, then just use like a ice pick or a paper piercer or whatever you have. And I'm just going to take this and poke my hole through so I can put them on my card base. And this, it's set on 3/8 of an inch, or 3/8 hole. It's fine. Okay, so there's that. So now I've got my holes. So I'm just going to put this over here and kind of line it up in my card base. And then I'm going to kind of mark where I want my holes on my card base. And that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to mark it. Mark it. Let me get the pen on my glue before it starts drying on me. Love our glitter glue, but you gotta watch that. Okay, so now what you're gonna do, now that you have these, you poke your holes on this one. I'm gonna try to get my hole right on the spine of my card, right where that fold is, as close as I can. So there we go. all I need for that tool. Let's put that back. And this is cute. And so now I'm going to bind these together, and I'm just going to bind them together with twine. So I've got my little my jar of twine here. And I'm going to take one of my long big eye needles, hole needles here. And I'm going to get myself some twine. Maybe, if it's not all. There it goes. This is one thing I used to love getting at Tuesday morning is the twine rolls. That's what I miss. Okay, I'm pulling off too much because it's kind of all messed up in my jar. So I'm just going to cut it and just find myself the best piece. I think I'm going to take the longest piece. That way then if you have too much, and actually it might be an idea to use 2 pieces. Let's go with 2. And let me see how long that is. I'm going to make sure my twine pieces are the same length. And I am using probably, that's one, probably about 2 feet. 2 feet. I'm going to string this on my little needle. If you're good about just poking it through the holes, go for it. I was afraid I was going to start messing up, so I pulled out my needles. I'm just going to pull this through. That's why I need the big eye needles. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I want to put where my tie is going to be on the inside, not on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my twine through my holes. And see how that's going to look on the outside. If you want your tie on the outside, you can. Or let me just evaluate if I want to do that. Because it will illuminate, it will get rid of bulk if I leave it on. Okay, I'm going to go the other way. Because I want less bulk on the inside of my book. So I'm going to go this way. And I think that will be cute. I'm pulling off my needle, and I'm going to pull off my little binder clips, or my little wonder clips here. So I don't need those anymore, because see, now it's inside my book. Looks pretty good. And now I'm going to tie this off as tight as I can. If you want to run them through the hole one more time, and I'm wondering if I should have did that. It gives it extra stability. I think I'll do that, y'all. Y'all, this is a craft with me. This is what happens. I think I will attempt to run it through my holes twice, so then it gives it extra stability. And so yeah, let's roll it through twice. If I can get this other piece in. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull it out again. And pray nothing moves. So I'm going to start on the outside. I'm going to go through. I'm going to go back up through. And I'm going to keep myself a tail. I'm going to kind of hold that down. I'm going to go back out through it again. Maybe. I got to figure out how to hold this. Because you want to have enough so you'll be able to tie a knot. Okay, I'm going to poke it back through. Yeah, that's going to be better. I'm going to poke this one through. And then I'm going to take these, and now I'm going to tie them off. Because I think that that's going to give it where it's a little bit more stability, and your pages are less likely to come out. So I'm going to try to see if I can even this out, so I can make them. There we go. That's a little better. And I'm just going to tie a knot. I'm not going to worry about a bow at this moment. got myself a nice tight knot. Tied it twice. I don't think it's going anywhere. Now I have added this into my book. And look at this. Look at that. So now it's a nice thick book. I really wish I would have put ribbon underneath my paper. That way then I could have had a tie enclosure here. But I don't want to ruin what I've already done. So let's add something on the front. And then in the end I'll do something to keep it closed. So it's actually, see, it's not too bulky. You've got lots of papers. You can journal. You can add some little photos. You've got a pocket folder in the center. How fun is this? Yeah, I woke up this morning and thought, you know what? I want to make something with a card base. And it wouldn't be this bulky if I would not have put this much paper, but you gotta have room to write, y'all. Okay, I'm putting my pen back at my thing because I don't want my pen to get lost. That's a travesty if you step on it. Okay, so let's do a little something on the front. Okay, so I stopped for a minute and kind of just decided, what do I want to do? I'm loving the way this little book is turning out. Just made out of a card base. I went ahead and added a few things on my papers, and I'm going to leave these open, so maybe she wants to put a picture or something like that. She can do that as well. But I added just a couple little touches. I might go through and put some small stickers in the corner of the white paper, or I might just leave it. It's all good. So anyway, I added December 25th on the pocket, and there was a little thing in my ephemera that's a tree. Back here, I did find this one in my ephemera. It's Merry Christmas to all and to all good night, and I thought that was great because it's the end of the book. And then I had this little ho, 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 and so I punched a hole. You see here, I punched a hole and added a little ribbon, and that's all I'm going to put on there. But I want to make sure I'm showing you how I'm going to do the cover and what I'm going to do. So I think what I've decided I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to utilize the sticker sheet. And this one right here, it kind of, I think if I put it in the back, it kind of clashes because it's the same paper in the back. But I like the way this is like squared. And so I think what I'm going to do is make sure I'm going to layer this up, and I'm going to put my ribbon behind it so I can add that ribbon enclosure. So y'all, I got to do something about this squeaky chair. So I am going to, let me just use this card base that I'm going to layer this up a few times. I'm just going to use this paper, not so I don't waste. So I'm going to add the sticker on. Give myself some good little trim here. And I think I might give myself a nice little border. It looks like about 1/8 of an inch or so. And one more. Okay. And I think I got it a little bit thinner on one side than the other. And you know what? It's all good. Nothing's perfect. So I'm going to see how many times I need to layer, because I want this to be in the center, but I'm going to add the red now. I think I'll add the red. So I'm going to use my glue and add the red. Just to kind of give it a good little layer here. Okay, so I like the red, and this red is 65 pound, and it's Recollections brand from Michael's. Yeah, I know a lot of people have said this, but I don't really like the red paper from Hobby Lobby as well, because when you cut it, it kind of shreds. I don't know, something about the red. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let me see if that will be enough for my little book and to be able to kind of center this. And I might do one more layer of white and red just because I want to get it a little bit closer to the side. So I'm just going to add more glue. And I'm going to do the same thing for the back. Can never layer up too much anyway. Gotta layer up to make it look good. I'm gonna trim this one. About that 1/8 of an inch or so. I think we're expecting more rain today. The other night when I was doing the stickers, man, we had some bad rain. We got some major rain. Okay, so I'm going to layer up one more time. Hopefully this doesn't clash with my red and white striped paper. And then I think that that will work for me. So if y'all watch Country Girl First, she's having some health issues right now. And Sheila, if you are watching, if you by any chance watch, just know that you're in our prayers and we love you, and get well soon. We really miss you, and y'all pray for her. Okay. That looks pretty good. Look at that. See? Layer it up a couple times. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my book here. And I think I've layered it up enough, and I should have added another color under there. It's all good. I'm just going to go with it. Maybe. Got to make sure it's going to look okay. I'm going to grab one. Okay, y'all, I'm going to do one more because I just think it needs a little bit of the blue behind it. Just because it's kind of clashing. So hopefully you're still with me on this. This is a craft with me. You know, it's upside down on that picture. That way, give the blue and the red have a separation. I think I cut it a little close, but it's all good. It's going to be okay. Okay. Gonna go down a little bit here. Okay, so maybe that will give that a little bit of something. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so this is going to be layered up here in the center. I'm going to use some of my red and white polka dotted ribbon. I think I have just enough to make this ribbon enclosure here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put it like here in the center. And I'm going to glue this down really, really, really well. And I think I might just tap into my tacky glue for this. Or not my tacky glue, my Fabri-Tac. Because that stuff is pretty strong. So I think I'm going to get my Fabri-Tac going here. And I think if I just put it right here, because I have this big enough to cover the edge, it's going to work out fine. So try to find your center, and I'm just going to go with it. If I can get my glue to work. Oh, there it goes. And I think I added a little much, but luckily I'm going to have the paper over it, so it's all good. Okay. So I'm just going to add that up and just try to find your center. Y'all, nothing's perfect. Just go with it. Do the best you can. And let me see if I can find something to wipe off some of this extra glue. There's a little piece of paper here. Just so I can get that glob off. Okay, so you want to make sure that that's going to hold it down really, really well. And just give yourself, let's see, I've only got about I've probably got about 18 inches. So I've got to make it work for this whole thing. So I'm just going to measure it. And then so I'm just going to cut this in half. That way I have enough for the back. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this over the top. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I think for this part, I might put myself some nice foam tape so it kind of pops up for me. Grab my foam tape. And I'm just going to layer up the back with foam tape. And I'm going to layer it up good. Pulling off my paper. One more. And let's put it on the front. So I'm just going to try to center it up. Y'all, I'm loving the way this is turning out. And it was just made out of a card base. Okay, so it's covered up my ribbon that had plenty of the fabric tack on there to hold it. Look at that, y'all. So you can add some little words up here. Let me see if I have some little words. Or here I have this one. 'Twas the night before Christmas. That'll be perfect. Let's just go with this fabric tack glue here. Where it starts drying up on me. I had a big bubble of it coming out. Okay. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Can go right there. Look at that. That's so cute. That's so cute. Okay, so I'm going to add my ribbon on the back, and we'll be back to show you how this looks in the end. Okay, so I am done. I think it turned out very, very cute. Y'all, it was made from a 5x7 card base. That's it. And a bunch of paper, some glue, and a few embellishments and some ribbon. How easy was this? Okay, so here's how the front, and see, you put that foam tape on there, it popped it up a little bit. I used my fabric tack to add the ribbon underneath, so that worked out well to have the ribbon on there. And so in the end, I'll tie a bow around this. So let's just make a walk through. So I added a super sweet little tag on the front, just added some twine through the hole that was already there, and I glued it on. And then on the first page here, I just put Santa. I went ahead and added Merry Christmas at the top. And then I put I Love Santa. On the white papers, I really didn't add much. I just put a little star in the corner. And as you see, we got 1, 2, about 3 pieces right there. And then I add this paper. I just put Fa La La at the corner. If y'all notice, I like putting things in corners. I don't know. But anyway, and then we got a little heart up there for the little sweet gingerbread. Got some more white paper here, a couple sheets. This one has 3, 1, 2, 3. This one has 4. It doesn't matter, just kind of space them out. Added a little star. And then here on this one, I put the sticker says, I've been nice. Add a little bit of a trim up there as well. This all came in part of the night before Christmas paper collection. It's like the stickers or the ephemera that you can buy to go with it. And then we've got more white paper for journaling. And then here's just a page here. Here is our pocket folder. I think what I'll do is I will add, let me see if I can cut some, see if I have some cut aparts or something I can cut really fast. And you know what, I think I'll cut really fast, add in from this page right here. I've got 2 short ones, 4 short ones actually. So let's cut these really fast and let's add those in. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put 4. I think that will suffice. So I'm gonna add these in. And over here I didn't trim it very good, so I'm gonna trim that red and white off. And I'm gonna just fold this and so it will fit on this other side. I'm gonna use my bone folder and make it nice and crispy. I think this has turned out super cute. Love it. So then now we have more paper. We have our green page. I put Merry Christmas and a little heart here. And here's some more of the paper because it was folded. So there's lots of places in here. Added this little paper stamp. And back here, just add places to add. And then this is the back page. And this is what I did with the back. I added the ribbon with Fabri-Tac. And then I layered this Here Comes Santa Claus on a red and white paper. And I glued it down. And that's it, y'all. So now it will fold. Or I'll be able to tie it. It's got this enclosure. How cute is this? Oh, so, and you can make anything with cute Christmas paper, you know, you really can. Okay. So that ribbon was plenty enough. Now I have, because I'm sending this to my partner, and I also added 2 little jimmies up here on the front. But I'm sending this to my partner, and I like to package things nicely. So I am going to just put it in a clear bag. I don't worry about toppers. We don't need to worry about toppers. And then I'm just going to put this in there. Keep it nice and pretty. I might add a pin. I might go back and just put a pin. But for now, I think I'll just do this. Fold this over. This is how I'll send it to my partner. Isn't that cute, y'all? That turned out so cute, y'all, from a 5x7 card base. I hope you made it to the end of this. I know this was lengthy, but sometimes if you're working on something like this, it does take time. Anyway, I hope you'll try this. I hope that you'll try the technique of using a card base, poking some holes, using some twine, and just take what you have and just make a sweet little journal or book or jug journal, whatever you want to call it. But I love how this turned out. It turned out fabulous. So in my swap, I need 25 things. So I'm getting up there on my items. I did do iron on an apron the other day. So I think I ironed on just making cookies for Santa. But before I package up, I'll show y'all everything I had done. I'm not going to show you everything I vinyl or whatever because, you know, you've seen one vinyl. You've seen them all. Or you've seen a lot of them, because I just don't want, I want it to be a variety of everything. So I probably won't show if I vinyl anything else, which I might vinyl one more thing for my partner, and that'd probably be it. But then everything else, all just things I've made and maybe a few goodies I've purchased. And yeah, then once I have all my 25, I will get ready to package up. I am going to wrap everything as well. So I'll come back and show y'all everything before I wrap it. And then after I wrap everything, then I'll show you how I put it in the box. Because that way you can see everything I have sent to my partner, my sweet partner, Julie. But anyway, yeah, thanks so much for watching, y'all. I really appreciate you spending your Saturday morning with me. So thank you so much. And yeah, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. It does help me. And y'all don't forget, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up really helps me as well. And don't forget that notification bell to let you know when I upload. Anyway, thank you so much. And yeah. Oh, and by the way, I'll reference a few of the materials that I use in this tutorial, and that way if you're interested. I can't link the scallop. I could probably link the paper collection I used, but pretty much everything is from that collection, and then I'll link my glues as well, and just use basic red ribbon. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, y'all. Love you guys. Bye.